Lights, camera,
Rolling.
action.
Welcome to my podcast, Let's Talk About Verticals, a place where secrets are spilled, stories unfold, and the mysterious world of verticals is revealed in all its glory. Behind the scenes, oh yes. Exclusive insights, absolutely. Eccentric characters, you bet. So pull up a chair, pour yourself something suspiciously strong, and prepare for a conversation you didn't know you needed. So welcome to the podcast Let's Talk About Verticals. And now, let's talk. Hello and welcome to my podcast Let's Talk About Verticals. As I told you lately, I need more actresses in my podcast. So I will get more actresses for you. And this one is really special because the first vertical I saw her in, and I think it was the first vertical, I saw her in a vampire one with Nick. And I think it was the first one. I have to ask her. But I really like this chemistry. And it was the first vampire one I ever saw because I avoided first the vampire ones. But they confessed me that they are really nice vampire ones. So thanks for that. And hello to my podcast from Brooke Moltrum. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Was it the first one you did?
Yes, that was the very first one that I did. Nick had done a couple, but that was my very first vertical.
Yeah, I know. I saw Nick a little bit earlier because I started watching verticals in 2023 in summer. But I first avoided strictly the vampire and the werewolf ones because it was too fancy for me or too, what the heck is that? So I avoided them. And then I saw a few verticals with Nick in it and I really liked his acting. And when this vampire one showed up with you in it and I saw a trailer and I said, yeah, he's such a great actor and the actress looks really nice. Okay, I give it a shot. And that was the first vampire one I watched. So you took my virginity for vampires. Let's
let's go.
Let's
awesome.
say it in that way. Yeah. I think
really
never ever you got told this, huh? That you
I've never
the virginity.
I've never heard that before.
So here we go.
That's awesome. I love
Here we
that.
go. So that was your first one with the vampires.
Yes.
Have you done another vampire one?
No, I haven't done another vampire one. I've only done a couple werewolf ones, but I haven't revisited the genre, and I would love to. The vampire ones are, I like the vampy, like the all black. And
The costumes are always so great in the vampire ones.
great, yeah, and they're more, they're more just like, I don't want to say werewolves aren't sophisticated, but their vampires are more sophisticated.
The vampire ones are more spooky and
I agree.
mysterious. I think so.
Yes, totally. And it's just, I mean, I always think of Twilight when I think of vampire stuff, and that was shot where I'm from. So, yeah.
So you would say the connection a bit to the vampire space?
Oh, totally. Oh, yeah. Like the dark colors, the mystique of the darkness.
Yeah.
So like vampires aren't necessarily super scary all the time. There's something intriguing about them.
And very smart. I never saw a dumb vampire.
Yeah, exactly. And very, intelligent. There's a underlying thing that you want to find. Vampires are seductive. You want to figure them out. And so I think that's what's really fun about that category and that genre.
Yeah, and vampires are mostly villain ones, but mostly addictive villain ones. You know what I mean? Where you think, normally I should hate this one, but it's so good.
Yeah. Right. No, totally. And one of my favorite movies is What We Do in the Shadows. not the TV show, but the actual movie.
Hmm.
Have you seen that movie? It's
I'm
hilarious.
not sure if it's out here in
Oh my gosh,
Germany.
you might want to see it. It's a little bit like out there, but it's a mockumentary about like three vampires living together. And it's
Oh,
so funny. Yeah, it's like based in New Zealand and they live together and they fight and they like it's hilarious. Taika Waititi's in it.
I
Like
don't know
it's
if you had the movie we had here in Germany, a comic one, Hotel Transylvania.
oh yeah,
Did you have
I
that
love
also
it.
in the US?
Yeah, of course.
That
Yeah.
was so funny.
I know, it's so good.
That was good.
There's yeah, the category I don't think receives as much love as it should.
Yeah,
It's
true.
it's a good one.
But I have the feeling there were lately less vampires in the vertical. Haven't there been?
Yeah, there have been. I mean, a lot less. The only one that I think of that comes to mind is Love and Blood. That's the only vamp.
Lately they dropped one on Drama Box with McKenna Gin. Gin.
Oh, okay.
It
That's
was,
awesome.
but that was the only one I saw lately. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
So,
they don't do much. But they should. It's cool. I like it.
so your first vertical was directly a lead. How did you get it?
Yeah. That's that's such a good question. I I was I had a lot of confidence when I first went into this. I had done a lot of theater, a lot of uh I had been cast as leads in short films and like
Yeah.
independent features. So when I first got approached about a vertical, I was like, of course I'll get this. I don't know why I thought that. I was just like, oh yeah, I got this. And immediately when I got on set, I was humbled. I've never had to move that fast. I've never had
Mm.
two cameras on me at once.
Yeah.
I had never had to like hit a mark, they put a little T on the floor and you have to stand there and hit it. And I had never done anything like that. So even though I really thought like when I did the audition, I was like, this is so easy. Like this is a got this. And then I booked it and then I got on set and I was like, this is so like it gave me a little bit of an ego check. I was like, yeah, this
Have
is
you heard
tough.
about verticals before that?
I had, yeah. I was dating somebody at the time who was not Nick, but dating this guy who was doing them. He was
Ah,
doing
okay.
vertical.
So you had a bit of
Yeah,
knowledge
I had
about
a hard
how
time.
fast
Yeah,
it is.
yes, and he was doing these and I was just like these are ridiculous. Like I saw the script and I would help him read for auditions and I was like
Hmm.
what are you doing? Like what even is this? And then he was like yeah, he was just working all the time and I wasn't. So I was like that's one good thing about them. And the
Yeah.
second thing, I was like, oh my gosh, he's being paid to be an actor. And I'm
Yeah.
just sitting here like saying I'm such a good actor and I'm working retail. Like, you know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
I might as well give this a try. And he really, I do have to credit him. He pushed me to try them.
Okay.
And then when I started trying that, and the first one I auditioned for was the first one I booked. And then, the rest is history. And although it didn't work out with this person, like I really do have to thank him. I don't think I would have gotten into verticals had it not been for him. So
So
pretty proud.
shout out at this point. Thanks a lot for bringing Brooke in.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
That's he probably, I don't know how he feels about me, but well, thank him. I
Who
do.
cares? You got in. That's the main point, you know?
Yeah,
So
exactly. Exactly. It
so
was good.
when you finished the first one, what were your thoughts about it? Was it more than okay, was kind of weird but nice? Or was it that you need to take a break for processing everything that happened?
I genuinely, yeah, I think after my first one, I spent like 2 days in bed, like because it was so exhausting. It was a lot on me, and I just remember being really like I said, I was super humbled by the experience. I was like, I got to do this again. I got to learn. Like I got to
Mm.
get back on set and start. I wanted to get on my next one like as soon as possible, to be honest, because I was like, I'm ready to figure this out. And somebody that inspired me was Nick. I watched Nick on set. Nick, what drew me to Nick so much is how much he inspires me. Like
Mm.
Nick is phenomenal at what he does, and it transcends like I loved being an observer of Nick, watching him how he navigates a set, how he's one super kind to everyone, but two, he knows where the angles are and what's going on, and he was able to help me understand the film world better than I had ever understood it before. And
Mhm.
it was just like he had so much experience and he helped me through that. Like I don't know what it would have been like if it hadn't been Nick, because Nick made me look a lot better than I was. Like he helped me, like I would block Nick's coverage and he would move me, like little things that were just he was on it, and I just really appreciated that about him. And he was able to I'm talking about you.
But nothing
I'm
bad,
getting into
Nick. She's always saying nice things. You can blush. You
not
don't
even
have to feel
blush.
embarrassed.
He's a sweetheart. Anyway, yeah, you see me, I turn
Yeah.
bright red. I feel
Brooke, I
like
can tell you the complete episode is only audio. No one is seeing that you're getting blushed now.
nobody thought I'm blushing. I didn't need to say anything, but it's like 2 years later, he walks in and I just get, yeah, he's
The aura is still there, you want to
yeah, I'm
say?
really blessed. But anyway, yeah, so he just taught me a lot. I look up to him. And anyway, it was like, okay, now I have to do another one. I have to take what I've learned from this set,
Hmm.
get on another set so I can apply and learn again. And, you know, it felt addictive. It was like and at the time, there's a lot more players, so I have a lot more off time. But when I first started doing these, I was booked back to back to back to back to back. I was just constantly doing them. And yeah, it was huge because I wanted to. I was addicted to it at this point, and I was addicted to figuring it out, like to
Mm.
figuring out the format and how it's different than feature film, how it's different than stage. Like I wanted to get really good at the genre,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's what kept me going.
When you're looking back to this first shooting and then to your last one, how
Mhm.
has the Brooke Moltrum improved or changed through the verticals?
I think I think I've gotten so much better. It's funny because I thought I was pretty good going into it and I had no idea. I genuinely didn't of how much I had to grow as an actor and how much I can finesse. And I just yeah, I think what I love so much about my most recent work is it feels like I've got my feet on the ground again in it. Because there was a while there where it's like you have a lot to learn with verticals and you're being asked to do so many things. And so it's hard to like ground down and get to act at the same time.
Mm.
Because you're thinking about so many things, and so it's sometimes it's tough to like act and do the things, if you know what I mean. And so now I feel like I've got the technique down. I know where my framing is. I know all of that. Now I can really just ground and act and have a lot of fun with it.
You
So
can more
that's
enjoy it now.
yeah, it's like the biggest pendulum swing is now that I get it, I really get it. And I get to have fun and do it. So yeah, it is more fun now, to be honest. It's like something that I second nature can just
You're
do.
more the pro now.
I'd like to say so. Yeah. I would like to say I'm more of a pro. Ask me again in 2 years and I'll be like, I had no idea what I
Okay,
was doing.
okay. I will ask you as I told you before, when you come over to shoot here in Europe,
Yes.
you will see that the shootings here are totally others.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. It's
I'm
just,
totally sure. Because let me speak as a German woman. The Germans are so structured and so organized. I think that's the main problem why verticals haven't exploded here so much till now, because the Germans are always need structure and safety. And verticals are a bit chaotic and fast pacing, and you simply have to do it and to trust. And the Germans are not so good in spontaneous doing and try it, They always need the safety.
I love that. Yeah, no, I understand that. And I feel like that's the more human nature thing to do. I've been talking to my therapist about this, is that like we want safety. We want assurance that this is going to work out,
Yeah.
right? We jump off the building and we land on both feet and and then we can run afterwards. Like it's a big success. And verticals are just like, yeah, we throw something at the wall and it's shocking what sticks and what doesn't. It's so interesting what ends up hitting 2 million views versus what doesn't.
Yeah.
And, there's really kind of no rhyme or reason. Like some things just hit the algorithm and some don't. And, we all love to pretend that the data actually makes sense.
Oh, hi,
I
cat.
think oh yeah, do you see my kitties? That's Oliver. We have
Hi,
3
Oliver.
cats. And Oliver's a little black cat for those listening. He
You know
is
the Black Keys. I
adorable.
have the feeling we are talking in the Black Keys here.
Exactly. I only wore black. I got black cats. I love their fur. They're so pretty. But anyway, you kind of get what I'm saying. I just feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we want to take the risk out of it, and we do that by like backing it up with all this data we think we have. But I really think it honestly just is like taking leaps of faith with verticals, and things will work. I want to see us try different things. And
I can tell you, I'm a studied business informatics woman, and I can tell you how easy it is to manipulate these data. To be honest, I don't give a shit on these data. I say it open and honest, because how ridiculous is it? You see a vertical released on, for example, Rio Short, and nearly 24 hours later, it should have already hit the 100 million. Really?
yeah,
No.
it's
Really, no. Simply no. And
simply no. Yeah.
and I can tell you, I started watching verticals in summer 2023, and all the storylines which dropped in 2024 early, there were shows they went so well, but the storylines were so much lighter than the lately ones. And no one can tell me that they need these abusive storylines for the shock value to get the numbers. No, because my first vertical I saw was with Jared Harper, The Double Life of My Billionaire Husband, and that was a big hit. A big hit. Also, the next one, Breaking the Ice. The storylines were simple, and no raping, no kidnapping, no miscarriage, no every 5 seconds slapping, nothing of that.
No.
So when someone of the platform people come to me and say to me, we need this shock value because of the clickbait. No, you don't need it, because I know exactly that 2024 other storylines worked also. So you cannot tell me that you need it. Sorry.
I know they did. I completely agree with you. I totally agree. Honestly, I think they think it works. I think everybody wants to think that
they have the big problem solved. No.
Yeah, and it's like, no, I think so what I do know for fact is that like, yeah, you want to click on something that initially gets your attention, like when you're just scrolling on Instagram. Sure.
Absolutely.
Somebody being slapped, you're like, what the heck is going on here? I'll click on it.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
but it's baiting you in a way that's only getting your engagement for about 10 seconds. You're
That's
not going to
it.
go,
But
yeah,
it
you're not going
counts
to go,
as one view.
down.
So they should make the numbers out of minimum, let's say, half of the episodes watched or stuff like that.
Exactly. Or from start to finish. That's a view. That's a
Okay,
full.
then I'm out as a lot of verticals because I'm not, I'm doing a monthly recap with the big review ladies every month.
Yeah. Mhm.
And we were talking also about how many verticals we watched in the month and how many we turned off. I
That's so,
am
yeah.
a person. I'm not the when I'm starting watching a vertical. Normally, I watch it from the beginning straight to the end.
Yeah.
But I'm a totally turn off person when I see after a few episodes, hey, there were 10 episodes, and every one of these episodes, someone got slapped or stuff like that. I turn it off.
Yeah.
And for me, it doesn't even matter if I only saw 10 episodes or 15 episodes. When I got annoyed, I turn it off. So,
Yeah.
but there are some audience who are really try to watch every vertical till the end in hoping it could get better or stuff like that. But for me, it's wasting my time. So that's why I think it would be more important to count when the people drop off, when they are dropping off, how long they are watching it and when they are dropping off. Because from I'm reviewing with Aline from I Love Verticals, with Megan from Review Drama, with Dahlia from Vertical Films Lover, Shika from Vertical View Weekly, Caitlin from Verticate. So the big review ladies.
Right. Right.
And Caitlin and Dahlia are normally a straight from the beginning to the end watcher. It doesn't matter what storyline. And I cannot do it, sorry. But no. And
I don't blame
lately we hit the milestone in the monthly recap. Verticate said, okay, I watched more than 1,500 verticals, and lately there was the first one I dropped off. We also, what? What happened? What the heck? So I think this off dropping is what the platforms more should be concerned about. Why they are dropping off and when, at which point they are dropping off. But I think these numbers are so manipulative because of the clickbaits. And as you see, I don't know if you are checking out some different platforms. A lot of platforms don't even show numbers anymore.
Yeah.
Mostly of them turn the numbers off.
I'm sure that it makes sense on why they would do that. Yeah. And it's so interesting because you're right. We should look at when people are when they decide to turn it off. I mean, I can't even get through my own most of the time.
Because you think, oh, who's that damn shit villain girl or what?
Like, what on earth is she doing? Yeah, oh my gosh, yeah. We put so much. Yeah.
What I really like is, like, you could be like Molly Anderson, both type of characters, I saw you in really nice roles where I felt cozy with you, so, oh yeah. I was a bit suffering with you and stuff like that. So I was sympathizing for you in a good way. But then I saw you in villain roles. I was totally sympathizing for you in a bad way. You know what I mean? So
totally. I love doing both. I honestly, I'll watch my villains more than I'll watch my leads because I get a kick out of myself. I always just want to make them funny.
By the way, on the last monthly recap, you were our villain of the month for the Cole Brothers one.
Oh, thank you.
You hit the jackpot with how cruel you were.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Sorry for saying that, but
no, it's true. It's so true. And I try to make them as unhinged as possible. I just love this, you love to hate this crazy person. That's my goal.
But when the audience is hating you in the end, you did a really great job, didn't you?
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think so, but it's funny what I was gonna say is I feel like audiences it's the same thing on set. We pay so much attention to like pre-paywall. We'll spend almost the first 6 hours of the day. If it's a pre-paywall scene, we'll spend so much time on it, trying to make it perfect. Or any marketing moment, like usually
Hmm.
we're two takes and out, but they focus so much on marketing and paywall. And then the problem with the rest of like the script or the story is it doesn't make sense or it
Yeah,
just falls,
it felt
they get,
flat. It felt
yeah,
after the paywall, it felt flat.
yes, and it's because like I'm like, I dare you to care. I dare you to put enough, I dare you to put energy into the whole thing and see how people react. I genuinely think that people will love it and will stay through the end. This story could matter and this
Yeah,
story could be something that catches your attention throughout the whole thing, but they really like a lot of these apps that I'm blessed to work for, but it's like we get through the first 10 episodes, that's what's important. Then
yeah,
we can just do whatever we want for the last. And I would argue that some directors feel like they can be more creative after the paywall. They're like, "Ah, well, we did what the client wanted.
yeah,
Now let's have fun and
yeah,
let's see
yeah,
what we can do." But I mean, I would love it if we took the leap of faith to like really see what a storyline, and there are some that have done that, that have really tried to like write a cohesive story that makes
yeah.
sense throughout.
The one you did, which Paige Compton directed with the fireman
Oh yeah,
one.
I love that one.
What was the title of this again? Sorry, I'm so bad in the title.
No, you're fine. I think it was called Hold Me Tight, Mr. Firefighter.
Firefighter stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Or like,
that story didn't fall flat after the paywall because
no.
that was so smooth to watch. That was one of the verticals where it comes to the end, and I was so, what? That's the end? Oh, I could have watched 10 episodes more, It was so
Yeah.
comfortable to watch. And sometimes you're in this situation. For me, it's critical when I start to check, okay, how many episodes are left to watch. Then it's not good. Then it's
Yeah,
close
they've
to
lost.
turning off. And sometimes, and
Yeah.
that's for example why I like Candy Jar, for example. They
Yeah.
have normally 45 roundabout episodes. So in
Nothing crazy.
in verticals where you have 60 episodes or 65, you have sometimes 35 episodes banquet scene, and it's
Right.
every time the same situation and the same question, and you get so bored because of that. So
Yeah.
I
I agree.
love to see verticals a bit shorter in episodes, but
Yeah.
with a great filling of the story in the whole episode line. That's so
Right.
much better.
That's so much better. We should be having you ask questions like literally every 3 minutes and then
Yeah,
get an answer
yeah,
or whatever it is. I think that they really need to. Yeah, and I got the opportunity with Paige because I adore Paige. She's my favorite director in the space, or one of my favorite directors. She's fantastically talented. And I'm looking at getting into directing as
hmm,
well. Very interested in that. And so I asked if I could shadow her on her next project.
hmm,
And she said yes. And so I had the opportunity to look at pre-production and like see what all goes into it. And I'm fascinated. I was like, wow, it really is. It comes down to a science with a lot of stuff. They're really analytical about like the way the script is and like how they structure episodes into like cycles and
yeah,
what questions they want you to ask. Yeah, I had no idea. I didn't, coming from the acting side of it and only having directed like independent stuff where it's like we talk about this, really lofty script and we figure it out. This is so much more specific and just like they want, yeah, everything is planned to a T in each. I've never heard of a cycle before. I didn't know. I asked Paige, I was like, is that typical? And she was like, not in feature world, but in vertical world, yes. Like these mini loop cycles of
Yeah.
different things.
For me, it was so interesting to talk to the script supervisor because for
Oh
me, it was so
yeah,
interesting to get the information how they are breaking down the script
totally.
to the whole stuff. And then I spoke to a post-production team, and for me, it was, whoa, that's where the magic happens, you know?
Yeah,
Where-
yeah, yeah.
because I was so wondering sometimes, you know, in the reviews, as I said, we spoke not about that was all super duffy. We also spoke about the verticals. We are always pricing a crap of the month in our reviews, but we are always giving reasons why we turned it off or what was not so good and stuff like that. And we had recently a lot of verticals which were ruined totally through the post-production. The storyline was not so bad, the cast was good, but the sound was so bad, or the lightning, or the cutting, or the cliffhangers were chosen badly. And so I was always wondering how that could happen. You know, so much work for shooting it and then ruined in a few days in post production. So,
Totally.
and for
Oh,
me, it was so confusing where these mistakes could happen, you know? And
yeah.
when I was told, yeah, sometimes, you know, it was also the same one. How could this happen that in one scene, from one angle, the person has a red tie, and the next angle, the tie is blue? What? Huh? It's the same scene, but how could this happen? And so I asked the script supervisor and stuff like that. So for me, it was really great to get this whole picture how a vertical works and how these people work together, even if they don't see each other. For example, the post-production team never really sees directly what's happening on set and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I think that's a really big puzzle where you have to fit everything together. But I think sometimes maybe that's a problem because of the pace that
Yeah.
doesn't work out. Or as I was told from Paige also, because of the budget,
Yeah.
that's not working out. So what? Okay, you told me that you are not fan of watching your verticals, but have you ever watched one where you thought, oh, come on, I would have had that better in my mind that it turned out in the end?
That's a great question. Yes, most of them. And that's another thing that I'm learning is it's typically my first take. They never use my second take. And so it's like, they watch my first one, and if I get the majority of the lines right, it's great. That's
Mhm.
why now I'm like, I've become smarter at this. I will ruin a take if I know I do not like the take that I'm giving, I will purposefully ruin it by like putting my hand in front of my face or something like that so that they
That's
cannot.
smart. That's smart.
Yeah, I do it because it's like I have had so many. I actually had this one that came out where I don't know, I can't remember which one it's in, but I literally cursed. I said a curse word. I called for line because I forgot my line. So I
Mhm.
say a curse word. I called for line and they gave it to me, and then I'm right back in it and I say the line. But they kept it in the cut. It's in the film. Like me cursing and calling for
Oh,
in it. And you're working with
oh,
people that sometimes post-production doesn't speak English.
yeah.
So like they
I
don't know
spoke
that.
to a post-production team from Vietnam.
Yeah, yeah, not everybody, there's a big language barrier.
Mhm.
So there's not, no, they didn't know that I called line, and they don't know to cut that out of the thing if the
Mhm.
tape keeps going and it's fine. But yeah, I've said an expletive and then I said line. And so now I'm like, if something is wrong, I will like cover my face, or I
Cut!
like,
Cut!
yeah, I completely like I don't let the take go on any further. I will genuinely like not let them use it. I will do a
Yeah.
visual cue that would indicate to cut the camera.
Yeah, because
Um,
sometimes I'm wondering, you know, when a vertical turns out not to be good, even if it's not because of the acting. But everyone says, yeah, that was that vertical where Brooke Moltrum was in it, you know? The
Yeah.
the remember or memorizing of the vertical is always combined with the actor in it and not because of a bad post production or stuff like that. So
A
for
a
me,
lot of
it's
people,
always hard to believe that, you know,
yeah.
you have to stand for this vertical. And if some other person is ruining it or making it kind of looking bad for you and you cannot do anything about it, that's shit.
It's really hard. It's like a lot of people get to disappear behind these. That's
Hmm.
why I always say, because they're like, oh, these actors are, they ask for certain things and there are people with higher rates, or we're asking for like certain types of garments or like things to make sure that we're protected. And it's like that actor is asking so much of the team, but really, you get to disappear behind this. Like bad makeup, like a bad MUA. You look at me and you're like, Brooke's makeup looks awful. You don't
Yeah.
think, oh my gosh, that MUA did a
Yeah.
terrible job.
Yeah.
Like,
That's it.
it's
That's it.
on me. You get to disappear. A lot of the directors get to disappear behind it. If it's a bad project, you're not blaming the director
Yeah.
necessarily. Maybe people in the industry are, but the viewer, the audience isn't
We
thinking
see
that.
only you in front of the camera and that's it.
Exactly. It's me. And so it's like I have had to learn that lesson the hard way of like, this is really like I need to care about the way that I am in this because I'm the only one that like it's different. It's like I'm the one that has to take responsibility for this film because it's my face.
Hmm.
And no,
It
a
is.
lot of people get to disappear behind it, but it's actually I don't get to disappear. I'm tied to this for eternity because the
Yeah.
internet is not,
Yeah.
yeah, you can't erase the internet. And so it's like, yeah, I really do. I really need to be careful about certain things. Now I wear like I will always cross, you'll see it. It's crazy, but I will always cross my legs if I'm sitting in a chair, always. Even if I'm kidnapped, I'll have my legs crossed. And you're like, why would you do that? I had a director that was like, can you uncross your legs? You're being kidnapped.
Nope.
No, I won't because there is an image on. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say where
Yeah.
because I don't want you to find it, but
Yeah.
it's me sitting and my underwear is completely out. You can just see it because my legs
Mm.
aren't crossed and I'm wearing a short skirt. Nobody caught it.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
it's like, there it is. It's just, and now it's on the internet forever. And
Yeah.
there it is.
So
Yeah,
let me ask you one thing. Is that also kind of mental pressure then?
sure. Of course. Yeah.
No, because the film industry is hard. We all know that. I mean, I did some acting stuff here in Germany too. So I
Mhm.
was on different sets and stuff like that. So there is always this. I know every type of branch and industry has its own rules, but sometimes, film industry and Hollywood and stuff like that is really a big and hard industry. So we knew that a lot of actors and actresses not in the verticals in this whole acting space all sometimes have really big fights with some mental pressures in kind of situations, and we see also child actors and stuff like that when they are growing up. So um and I was always wondering in this vertical space, because it's so fast paced,
Mhm.
can you think every time on all you, as you said, I'm trying to do everything correct for me, that I'm authentic in my way I want to be. But is it possible with this time pace to think every time on all this? No?
Yeah. No, I definitely think, I mean, yeah, it is so hard. It's hard to get out of your head as an actor already.
Hmm.
I'm sure you know that if you've acted, you are very self-conscious of yourself just being an actor. You're like, am I doing a good job? Am I doing this right? And blah, 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 blah. An actor in their head is like, you can't get an actor out of their head if once they go there. So you really have to separate yourself and the work and just step in and be able to drop in and do it. I think that's what's been so freeing about the time constraint is that really I just have to throw down. I just have to show up. And the way I look is the way I look. The way I sound is the way I sound. It's just me, and here I am, and we have to get this done in a matter of minutes. So like, yeah. But I think the mental struggle for me is making sure that I have to have fun. If I'm not
Yeah.
having fun, then
Feeling comfortable.
I have to be having a good time, because if I'm not having a good time, it reads on my face. I don't have a poker face.
You're not
I
good at
just don't.
poker? No?
No, I'm terrible. I'm so bad.
Huh.
I literally like I something that I think makes me a good actor is you see my emotions so clearly. I don't have a filter. I react. I have a very like expressive way of that's just Brooke. Like that's just who I am. I'm very expressive. And so, trying to hide that I'm not, if I'm having a rough time on set, you will see it. Like you'll just see it in my
So,
face.
but what is needed to make you comfortable in a villain role? Or is it the kind of private
Um,
Brooke also?
yeah, so what makes me comfortable doing villains is I love the campiness of a villain. How I like a villain's psychology more than I like the psychology of a lead. The lead is very easy to
Hmm.
access, or it's straightforward. Whereas when I do a villain, I'm I do get to have just fun. I get to have a blast being a villain. I don't even know why it's so fun. It just
Do you
is.
have any type of special preparation for that?
Oh, that's a good question.
I was
Um,
called some of the actor, for example, JC, and when she plays a villain, she has music playlist to get in characters. So, what's your trick to switch into character?
I think I like to, when I approach a villain, I look at what psychological disabilities they might have. I know that's really
Hmm.
weird, but I'm very
No.
interested in psychology. And so I look at where, like, if they have like narcissistic tendencies, and
Hmm.
not saying that these things are like disabilities per se, but like
No.
where they falter, where they have like things that could be diagnosed by a psychiatrist. I do that to my characters.
Okay.
I think it's really interesting if I decide that my character has like um OCD in a way that like they are anxiously attached to the male lead,
Hmm.
and that's like their thing, and that's why they're uncontrollably like they need help, and that's where I kind of like sympathize with them. I'm like, you're like, if you could just get help, if you could just like figure that out, that would be, that's what I like to do. I like to learn about different people like that, because it also helps me empathize with a lot of um and not that I'm trying to empathize with like a serial killer or something like that. I don't want to sound crazy, but I do like to be able to understand why people do the things they do.
We
Like
need also for
why?
the criminal serial verticals, we want to shoot murderers. So,
Yes.
if you want to be a murderer, you can play a psychological murderer.
I love
Just,
it.
just for your information.
I think it's so cool.
Jeff Violet would also be a murderer, he told me.
Crazy. I mean, I don't want to like, of course, Brooke Moltrum does not want to go kill anyone, but I'm from the Northwest.
Psychological manipulative one?
Yeah, that would be so cool. And I'm from an area, Washington, like traditionally, Washington State, that's where
Hmm.
I'm from. It has like I think we have the most serial killers from that state. And it's like, why? Like, why are all the serial killers from in America from that one state? It's fascinating. There's
You
a lot to do
know,
with weather. It's
you
like
don't
it's
have to be a
crazy.
murderer by stabbing or shooting. You can be a psychological murderer by
Yeah.
bring, you know.
Totally. Totally. Yeah, so I think yeah, that's how I step into those characters is I kind of try to psychoanalyze them and figure out where I can dig in and give them a lot of meat and then a lot of camp. Like how I could just make it fun and silly and wild.
When you have a shooting like that and you are, let's say, 8 days straight a villain, is it easy for you to switch after the shooting day and when you're coming home to get off the villain skin and be nice again? Or do you kind of stay in this role for the whole week then?
Oh God, no. Nick would kill me. No,
And
I
well, you
poor
get the
thing.
next villain role. Okay, we have separate rooms until you're finished.
Exactly. Literally. Next time you see Nick, be like, blink twice if you're okay.
No,
Oh my
I'm just asking.
thing. Yeah, I mean, no, I think uh it's easy for me to shed it off because I feel like there's a very clear like on and off switch
Oh,
that
that's
I'm
good.
yeah. If you kind of mentally picture it like that, like, all right, I'm turning this on and now I'm turning this off. Yeah, it helps. What's harder for me is coming out of being a lead. Being the female lead is harder to
Hmm.
take off than being the villain for me. Because, when your body doesn't know the difference of like physical abuse.
Yeah, yeah,
So if I'm being slapped around all day or yelled at, or I'm forced to like cry a lot, it puts me in a
yeah,
cycle
yeah.
state that's really, really hard to get out of.
Is it hard to sleep then also?
Oh yeah, totally. I've
Because
had
for me, that would be totally crazy to sleep then.
yeah.
And
Well, and I've unfortunately like I've experienced those things in the real world, and so
mhm,
when like we just don't know
it's
your
kind of
body
triggering.
trauma response. Yeah, it just
Yeah,
it just does, and it does the same thing. So that's why I tend to stay away if I can from female leads that are very meek and soft. I
yeah,
struggle with
yeah.
um
That's good because we need more powerful leads in women.
yeah,
So
I find it so much more, it's more fun. I always lean into comedy. And I love I think comedy is my favorite genre to be in. And
and
so it's
musical, huh?
yeah, musicals. Musicals. I love, yeah.
I would
Gonna do
have
that.
wondered if you wouldn't say that
Oh,
musical would be your dream role.
oh, totally. I mean, if we could do a vertical musical, which we will eventually, that's
I'm
my bread and
sure it will come. I'm sure. You know,
butter.
lately they dropped a few verticals which were called musical vertical, but they haven't been musical verticals.
Yeah, I'm like, there's a difference. I love that we're incorporating music into the verticals, like singer-songwriter stuff. That's really
Yes,
cool. I
but that's
love
not a
that.
musical. A musical
Uh,
has to be in like Grease, you know what I mean?
yeah, exactly.
Where the
It takes
music
yeah,
describes the story itself and
exactly.
not where the music is pointed, as you said, as a singer-songwriter because the lead is a musician, you know?
Yeah, yeah, and I think it's hard. It would be really hard to do that with the structure of a vertical. I completely understand that. But there are also like people wrote musicals on TikTok during COVID. There was the Ratatouille musical. I don't know if you saw that. They did
I
it.
know.
Yeah,
I
they did a
know.
whole thing. And so it's like this is possible. It can happen and be very interesting.
I'm sure it will because when I spoke to Dan Loewenstein, director from the UK, he told
Hmm.
me that he wants to do a musical vertical and he's on it with his wife. She's a casting director and stuff like that. So they really had planned it. So
Oh,
I'm curious, you know, how great would that be if you can watch a vertical with a soundtrack?
oh, absolutely. It would be so cool. So cool.
How was
And
it? You just switched a bit back for, I think it was 4 dates last year to a musical theater in LA. Was it
Yeah.
4 dates? I think.
Yeah, I did it. I think I did it for 2 weeks. So I think I
Yeah.
had performances.
Yeah. Stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
I
saw
was,
that one.
yeah.
And to be honest, it reminds me a bit of Hair. I don't know why,
So funny.
but when I saw this one, it reminds me a bit of Hair. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. But I saw the videos you posted and I thought, oh, that's so great. You have directly feedback from the audience. You know, I did a lot of school theater and stuff like that. And for me,
Oh, I love
theater was always my doing because I love the directly feedback from the audience. You can feel the vibe from the
Yeah.
whole theater stuff. And when I saw your videos, I thought, oh, hell, she must be so happy doing this because of singing and dancing and having the directly feedback from the audience. And it looked really funny doing that. It was
Yeah.
not full of dramatic. I think that's why it remains me of gets me to Hair because Hair was such a funny musical to watch.
Yeah. She
And
wants to say hi.
What's
hi
up?
Nick, how you doing?
I'm
You have
good.
to show Brooke the picture from Dion when he was 8 weeks old and moved in. She
The
just
pop.
saw the big, she
Okay.
just saw the big dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
He's so cute.
Yeah, it's in my messages.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
musical that I did do. Yeah. No, it
How
is.
did you get to that? How did it came up?
So I know a director. So I've been doing musicals in LA for a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
And I decided recently, probably in the past 3 years, that I only want to do new work. Like I don't want to do Oklahoma or or Greece anymore. Just because I mean, I'm
Makes
open.
sense.
Yeah, it would have to be a show that I really love to do. But I really want to make new things and help new artists do that. So I got on with a theater in LA called New Musicals Incorporated, and they basically workshop mu new musicals and try to get them either off Broadway, on Broadway, or
Hmm.
take it to the West End, wherever. So I had done a lot of readings for them, and I ended up meeting this director, John Coppola, who does a lot of musicals out here and is wonderful, like a very fantastic and sought after director in LA for musical theater. And he gave me a call one day when I was with Ashley Michelle Grant. Ashley and I were at lunch, and he called me and he was like, "Hey, I have a musical for you, and you're gonna do it." And I was
You're
like,
gonna do it, no discussion.
"You're gonna do it." And I was like, "Okay, I'd love to." And but I really had to consider it because it was 3 months, 2 months
Oh,
of rehearsal and a month of performance.
yes.
And I couldn't do verticals in that time. I would have
3
to,
months. Oh, really?
yeah, I would have to be taken out of the vertical game. Well, it's like, I mean, you haven't seen a lead of mine in a really long time because I
Hmm.
didn't have time to do a lead while I was doing all of that stuff. So I would try to do villains here and there. And that's kind of what you guys are seeing now that's coming out is
Hmm.
my villain work that I was able to do during the musical. But I was not able to take on any leads or anything that was like super. Like I think I only did about two verticals in that time, which
Mm.
normally I was working a lot more.
Did you
So it was
regret
a
it?
sacrifice.
No.
I don't think so. No, I don't want to say I did. I do think that I was like this year I'm really gonna have to approach musicals as something it's like I really gotta not that I didn't want to do this, I really did, but it was like it took me out of the game. So I gotta
Yeah.
remember it takes you out of the game and what's going on for me right now and would it benefit me to do more verticals right now or would it benefit me to
Yeah.
do and it's just my heart is so drawn to the stage. Like that's where I'll always want to like end up. I love stage stuff, but I mean, if I can marry the two,
So we need the musical vertical.
yes. Exactly. And I know writers, I know people that are wanting to get their work out there and new work that's been completely untouched that we wouldn't have to worry about licensing or whatever if we do that later on, all this stuff. So,
But I'm wondering, to be honest, maybe you
Mhm.
could give me a tip. Who could be a good male lead for a musical?
Nick could. Nick never
Really?
wants to say you all. Nick has an incredible voice. Yes,
Ha!
he does. He is
Ah!
fantastic, and nobody would know. And he's got a great voice.
But the
So there you
singing,
go.
but yeah, you have to think about he was now the pirate, so he's a arc, he is a fury. So that now turned to be a softy musical one.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a great voice.
No, I'm always wondering, really, if it's really a straight musical vertical. I know a lot of great actresses singing, but
Totally. But if but it's a different type of genre, just like a vertical is a different type of acting than this or that. Musicals are a different type of singing.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I think yeah, Nick has an incredible musical theater voice. I'm not sure actually, but I'm like
Who surprised me really on this Christmas singing show where you also was part was Luke Brewer. Have
oh
you heard his
yeah,
voice? Holy moly!
that's right. I
I was
forgot.
so, what? He can sing?
Yeah, yeah. In the Christmas, there were a lot of people that could sing in did you watch Jen's little Christmas special
Yeah.
that she did? Yeah, I feel like there
And
was
there
a
I
lot.
was so surprised about Luke Brewer singing. I was
Yeah,
so,
it's
what?
cool. There it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think a lot of people have a lot more talent than and the thing I will say though to everybody is I cannot dance. I can't dance to save my life. I'm terrible at it. Like so bad. And so I genuinely have to like park and bark. That's what they call me,
Mhm.
a park and barker.
Park and Park.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
dance and sing.
I
That's what I
think
do.
when I will win the lottery, I can do also musical vertical for you, Brooke.
Why not? And maybe just toss it in there.
Hello, we have here in Europe a European lottery jackpot that's round about 100 million euros. Hello?
Yeah, exactly. I
So
feel
you
like
can get $1 million budget for a musical vertical.
it would be amazing. It would
No
be,
problem. No problem at all.
yeah.
Brooke, at the end of every episode, I'm asking a 5-question quickie.
Oh, I
Everyone
love
the
it.
same person. First one, what's your favorite dish? I heard you are a good cooker. I was told that.
Yeah.
I don't know who told me that, but
I
I
don't know. Who
was
would
told.
tell you that? You were just randomly told that I can cook.
I heard birds whispering that to me.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, I think my favorite dish that I make is a chicken and rice. It's like a marry me kind of chicken, is what
Mhm.
it's called, like the marry me recipes, because it's really good. It's like a cream cheese based sauce. But my most recent thing that has been coming up that we've been making a lot at home that now I think Nick and I would both agree is our new favorite dish is steak orzo. We make
What's
like
that?
it's like, so we do orzo pasta. I cook it up in chicken stock and like cream and cheese. I add salt and pepper, and then I cook like steak on the side, and
Mhm.
like cut up pieces of steak, and then I put the steak in the orzo that I've made, and voila, you have steak orzo.
Steak also. Never heard about that.
Yeah, you should definitely try it. Like look up there's a recipe that I've shared on my Instagram subscribers. I love to share recipes with them because it's so much fun and I love getting their recipes too because I want to try stuff. But yeah, that's one that I definitely put in
I
my
can give you recipes because I published a cookbook.
Oh my gosh, no way. Yeah, absolutely. I would love
And I'm
that.
actually at the moment translating it to English because Eric Gilmet said he needs that so badly because he wants to cook
Right?
more in 2026. And I said, yeah, but it's a kind of German food in it. And he said, doesn't matter. I will cook that.
Amazing. I would love that. We'll have a cook-off at Eric's house. We'll cook your stuff in the
Yeah,
cookbook and we'll
Jeff was so totally in it because when Jeff and I recorded, He said, yeah, I say yes to that because Eric doesn't really do anything in our household, so we need to get him more to cook. So
We
I'm
need to
kind
get
of pressured to translate my cookbook at the moment.
No, that
But
is
that's
so.
kind of German food and a lot of desserts. But you have to write me down this name of your favorite dish. I already forgot it.
Oh yeah, I'll send it to you. But steak
Yeah.
orzo, I think we would
Steak
argue
orzo.
that that's
Okay.
probably the best
Okay,
right
that's
now.
good. Other question. Do you have any type of comfort movie you rewatched, I don't know, 1,000 times because it makes you always feel better? Or kind of childhood movie which you adored?
Yeah, Kung Fu Panda. I will watch that.
Oh, holy crap. The
I
first
love
part? Oh, which part?
I watched the the first one, the first Kung Fu Panda movie. I will watch it. I love, love, love that movie.
I didn't expect that, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's my favorite. It's so good. That movie is cinema. I love it.
Why not? Okay, why not? Yeah, but that was really cool one.
Oh, thank you.
No,
Thanks.
I watched it here in the cinema. And when you went to the cinemas, you get big popcorn in a special panda design
Oh my God, I love
package,
it.
and the Cokes were in special panda. It was all in
Oh my
panda.
God,
Everywhere was
I
a panda. Yeah, that was really
That
cool.
just makes my heart soar. I love it. Yeah, it was such a good movie. It still is such a good movie. I will watch
It
that
is.
probably like at least I would say 7 times a year. Maybe more.
Really?
I will watch. Oh yeah. Totally. I turn it on like a lot. I love, love,
I
love that.
haven't watched it in a while. Maybe I should do that again.
You should watch it. And I made Nick watch it for the first time. When we first started dating, we watched Kung Fu Panda. He loved it. I really do
If
think
he wouldn't have liked it, he would be out or what?
made it this far.
Sorry, that will not work with us. You don't like the Kung Fu
Exactly.
Panda.
He wouldn't have made it.
Okay. Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah. No, exactly. It's really good. Really, really good.
What type of music you like?
Oh, all types of music. I really do. I like all types. I think if I were to really get it specific though, and I could only listen to a certain type of music for the rest of my life, I think it would be like 2010s pop. So like, the
2010.
first,
What was
yeah,
in
like
2010's pop so hip? What was it?
the first Lady Gaga album.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, like that kind of like Katy Perry's first album.
The good mood music.
Yeah,
Are you
I
the
love
type of
that.
carpool karaoke?
Oh yeah, I would love to do that. I mean,
I did that a lot with some students friend of mine.
oh, that would be so fun. Yeah, we haven't gone to karaoke in, gosh, I don't even remember the last time. Like, but we're both,
Okay,
we
so you
like
have
it.
to go to film in China because in China karaoke is a hobby for everyone.
That
And on
is
every
so
side
awesome.
there is a karaoke bar.
I love that. That's so cool. I can't wait. I
What would be a
love
karaoke song for you? You would sing.
My go-to karaoke song is
Yeah.
Back to Black by what's her oh my gosh, why am I blanking? Amy Winehouse.
Ah, the good
Yeah.
old Amy stuff. Yeah, she was also good. Yeah.
Yeah, she was. She's great. I love singing her. So that's my go-to.
Okay, 2 questions left. What about a vertical, or a movie about the Amy Winehouse story? Like there were so many stories, in cinema for Elton John, Queen, stuff like that. An Amy Winehouse movie with all the
Yeah,
songs
I would love to do the Amy Winehouse
with the
vertical.
great hairstyle
Oh yeah, and the iconic eyeliner.
and
Absolutely.
black, it's black.
Black. Yes, exactly. I've always said that I would want to dye my hair black. I've been like, it takes everything in me not to. I've gone back and forth about doing it.
I can
But
tell you, it's good to have black hairs.
Yeah, I like it. I love it. It's easy. It's beautiful. It's
And you
just
have
like,
you have the tat to do it. You don't look pale.
yeah, no, I am super tan.
Yeah.
I've been going outside. So I've been
Yeah,
getting tan.
okay. You in LA, you can go outside. Here,
No, you
eh,
can't go.
I
Exactly. I
can
don't
go outside, but I don't get any color at the moment,
have
so it's fine.
and it's freezing. It's so cold where you're at. So don't think.
Are you the type of actors? I asked of you, what about shooting in Germany? Yeah, but not in the winter, then it's cold. Oh, really?
I don't really care. I've been
Okay,
cold.
good. That's
I
good.
shot Vancouver in the winter. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, okay, that's
cold.
good. Okay,
Yeah.
then it's fine. So,
Yeah.
last two questions. If I would come up to you and say, Brooke, I never watched a Vertical, which one of yours I should have definitely watched? What would you say?
Oh, I'd probably tell you the firefighter one. I think that one's like cinematic. It's shot really well. That's what I love so much about it is Paige is phenomenal at shooting. Just it's just pretty. The film is pretty. And then I love the storyline the best. I think that one was just so much fun. If I were to be like the first vertical to introduce you to all verticals, like not just mine, uh well, I guess I would say Fade into My Forbidden Vampire. Out of mind to be like, here's the genre. I would tell you that one. So I mean, because the one with Nick, like that will always hold a special place in my heart. And then the firefighter one, I think,
Mm.
is my favorite to like if people that like that one make me, I mean, that just means a lot to me.
Yeah,
I
and the
love
firefighter contains a bit of the typical Vertical story, hidden billionaire trope
Yeah,
stuff.
totally. Yeah, exactly. But we just had a blast. Like it's a comedy. It's so funny. And I
Yeah.
think that's where I really loved that
The
part of it.
cast was so great for that one.
Yeah, that cast was good. And Paige was phenomenal. So
Oh.
that's a good. Mhm.
Okay, so we spoke about it a bit earlier. Which genre you want to see more on you?
On
If
me,
no, maybe
like I want to see a musical genre, of course. Like I want to see
but it
musicals.
has to be well written then.
Yes, exactly. Well-written musicals and also comedies. Love that the comedies in this space are fantastic comedies because
A
it's already,
parody, huh? Parody
yeah,
out of
that would
making
be fun.
verticals.
Well, even like a mockumentary, like of, just like people like The Office or like something like that. I would love to see that genre kind of become, or I don't know if you've seen like Best in Show.
Uh-uh.
But it's a mockumentary about people dog showing, like showing off their dogs.
Okay.
So they like you go into their house and you learn about like this is our dog and they talk about their dog and it's fantastic. It's a whole like yeah, you got to watch that show too. That one is so
Huh.
funny. Yeah, and it would be a brilliant vertical. I think it would be so funny.
I will see what I can do. I will record in the next days with the script writer, screenwriter.
Oh, fun. Yes,
I
please.
will check how the possibilities
Oh yeah.
are.
Why not? I feel like the possibilities honestly are endless, and that's what I would encourage our industry to be like the possibilities are endless. Let's stop relying so much on data and let's really try to like do
Yeah, but
something great.
but to be honest, I think this year it gets better.
It
Last
is.
year I had the type of the feeling that it gets stuck in all this data shit,
Yeah.
and recently that they are more open to new stories. We see with the upcoming pirate ones, for example.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
as you
There's a
see,
lot.
not big platforms. Only the smaller platforms are willing to take the risk.
And I'm here for it. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sure there will be things come this year. Maybe we will get the musical
totally.
one. Maybe we will get. But the easiest way, I find the hidden billionaire, or I win this quiz show. I think that would be easier
Do it. How
to do
fun.
it on our own. You know what I mean?
I love it. I'm rooting for you.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I have you. I will add you on my list for that. Okay.
Oh, yay! Please do. That's perfect. Sounds
Yeah,
great.
that's so great. Brooke, I thank you so much for your time to talk to me.
Thank
Was
you.
really a pleasure meeting you.
Yes, of course.
And as anytime you come over to Germany, let me know.
Yep, absolutely. Nick and I will let you know where we're
Yeah,
at.
you know, I'm in the south of Germany. You can here do a really great road trip to Switzerland, Austria, Czech Republic, Italy, everywhere.
Oh, so fun. Yeah, that sounds
That will be
awesome.
good. I wish you all the best, Brooke. Thank you so much. Have a great week. And let's stay in contact. I will send you some recipes over, okay?
Please, that sounds fantastic.
I
Thanks
will.
so-
Bye, Brooke. Have a nice day.
You too. Bye.
This is a wrap on this episode, and I hope you tune in again.